In today's episode, I'm gonna teach you how to make money on YouTube, but I'm talking real money, not just hundreds of dollars or thousands. I'm talking tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and even millions. So if you wanna know how to do this, stay tuned and watch. This is Alexandra Villarroel Abrego, and I welcome you to another episode of A.V.A. Coaching for Business. Now, today's episode is all about YouTube, where you're watching this video from, basically. I'm going to teach you how to make money on this platform, or should I say, by using this platform. Now, before we get started, make sure you go on my website, alexandravillarroel.com, and subscribe to my email list, because by doing so, I will be sending over your way a free 4-part video training series that will teach you how to take your personal and professional life to the next level. You really don't want to miss out on that. It's completely free. It's a gift from me to you. When we think about the internet, about the online world, we often think about, the big players, the big platforms that there is online, whether it be Facebook or Instagram or even YouTube and Google and even sometimes LinkedIn. We think about all of these big platforms. Some of them are social media networks, others are more, search engines. Now, when it comes to YouTube, it is often considered as a search engine, which it is, but also sometimes as a social media, a network, because you share basically your content online, and through the comment section, you can interact with people, which is why I believe YouTube, contrarily to other social media networks, is so powerful, because it is not only really a social media network basically, but it's also a search engine, and that is very powerful. YouTube belongs to Google, right? So Google is the biggest search engine online. Whenever you are asking a question to, and you want to know about something, you Google it. That's what we've been really programmed in a way in doing, but you also can YouTube it. And even when you Google it, there's the video section, and then you see the videos. So that's why YouTube, in order to, if you want to, let's say, start a business and grow an audience, I really believe personally that it's the most powerful platform that there is out there, because of SEO, because of the search engine, because you're able to basically, people are able to find you through their own questions. So you're basically findable, which is a very good thing. Now, I started on YouTube in a time when YouTube wasn't really a thing. I remember it was 2010. I put up my first video, then it took months before I put up a second one. And, I wasn't really taking it seriously because YouTube wasn't what it is today. People who were on YouTube at the time were really there because of a passion, because they really wanted to share something. One of the perfect examples I remember was Michelle Phan, and she was a makeup artist. And, for a long time, before the sponsors came, before the money came, before the YouTube money came, she was just doing it because it was her passion, really, because she really liked makeup and playing with makeup and sharing it with the world. And I remember I've seen throughout the years the transition of YouTube and how people have been able to generate money with YouTube. Now, the first way to make money on YouTube is through, the little publicities that you see on your video. So when you play a video here, you're going to see at the beginning the little commercial, then in the bottom. However, that's not where the real money is at, If you have that on your videos, unless you got millions of views per videos, that's when you really can start making real money when it comes to that. But before that, it's just a few $100s, a few maybe $1,000 a month. So it's not a lot. I believe that this way, for a long time, it worked. It was the way to make a lot of money. A lot of people who started on YouTube very early, they made a lot of money just with that. But nowadays, because YouTube has changed a lot of things, it's no longer the way to make money. So that's way number one. Way number two of making money on YouTube is through sponsors. So having big companies that basically pay you to talk about their product, to promote their product. Now, again, the big YouTubers that have a lot of subscribers, a lot of views per video, that's usually what they do, what they use. However, I find that this way, it's just a matter of time before it also changes, and perhaps, I'm not saying that that's what's gonna happen, but perhaps it's gonna be part of the past at some point, because I think that a lot of the big companies are realizing that the budget that they set for the YouTubers or even for the influencers, let's say on Instagram, is not giving them as much as they expected. Especially, let's say on Instagram, the influencers. A lot of these influencers have very young audiences, so people who don't buy. Same thing here on YouTube, the big YouTubers have very young audiences. Also, the influencers on Instagram, a lot of them are going to buy their likes or buy their followers. So big companies are starting to catch up on that, and they're starting to put less budget when it comes to that, to the online world. So I think that it's just a matter of time before that becomes a problem. And a lot of the people who make money through that, they have to have a lot of subscribers, a lot, hundreds and hundreds of thousands, and a lot of videos, a lot of views, on their videos. And then again, when it comes to this way of making money, I don't think it's necessarily the way if you want to make big money, because I find that this way, unless you have millions, like over 10 million subscribers on YouTube, that's when you can sign $1 million deals. But before that, it's more, in the tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands. So it's not necessarily the way to make big money on YouTube. And then finally, the third way, which is the way of making money on YouTube, I find, which is how I make money on YouTube, which is how my colleagues make money on YouTube, and we're talking big money, is when you become your own sponsor. So now, instead of relying on other companies to basically sponsor your content, you promote your own things, right? So whether it be products, programs, services, things that you can offer directly to your audience. Now, of course, this is not as simple as it may sound. It's not like, okay, create something and then you just say it in your videos and people are going to buy it. No, there's a process to it. There's a funnel. There's steps through which people have to go through. But I would say that the first step, what I'm going to share with you today, because I don't want to go through all of the steps, if not, it's going to be like an eternal video. But the first step is to have people on your email list. So to create an email list and to have people subscribe to that email list. One big mistake that I see a lot of YouTubers and even influencers that they make is that they think that the subscribers that they have, that the followers that they have, they're theirs, that they belong to them. That's not true. They belong to YouTube. They belong to Instagram. They do not belong to you until you have them on your email list. What happens if tomorrow YouTube decides that they want to shut down your channel for, any reason? That's it. You're done. What would happen to your financial situation in that case? If you no longer are able to reach your audience, that's a problem. And a lot of people have been through that situation and they've seen, their financial situation go from amazing to absolutely nothing. That's why in all of my videos, you always hear me say what? You always hear me say, don't forget to go on my website, alexandravillarroel.com, and sign up to my email list, because I know that I want to have control over my future. And I don't want to rely on a social media. Social media should be the bridge between you and your audience. It should be the thing that connects you two, but at some point you want people to stay with you. You don't always want to have that connector between the two of you. You really want these people to kind of not belong to you, but really be in your email list so that you can go in straight to their email, say hi to them, say whatever you want to them without having YouTube or Instagram or whatever in the middle. Now, like I said, there are several other steps after that. After you have the email address, well, what do you have to do? But of course, I'm not going to share that with you here in this video, but in the comment section below, let me know. Let me know if you want me to share more of that. If you want me to share what is the process to, selling those products or programs or services that you have to offer to your audience. So now let's recap a little. There are 3 ways of making money on YouTube. The first one is the old way. It's the old YouTube money, of having the little publicities and things like that on your videos. Doesn't bring you a lot, in the hundreds or even thousands. Tens of thousands if you have millions or hundreds of thousands of views. The second way is through sponsors. So having company who sponsor you to talk about their products, services, or whatever it is that they want. So that's a good thing. But again, I feel like that's not the way to go. I see a lot of people who become sellouts on YouTube, who every single video, they're trying to sell you a new product from a different company and this other company and this other company. And I feel like that's a little bit tacky. It's like, okay, like, are you even trying those products? Do you even like them? Or are you just trying to sell it to me because they're paying you to talk about it, So I don't necessarily like that method, because I believe in the third way, which is to become your own sponsor. So you become your own sponsor, you promote your own products, your own services, and you no longer need to rely on finding sponsors or, on YouTube itself, you become self-sufficient. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, don't forget to like it. Don't forget to share it with all of your friends. And in the comment section, let me know which one of the 3 ways do you like the most? Which one do you want to actually do in order to make money on YouTube? Do you have a YouTube channel? Leave it in the comment section too. I would love to go and check out what it is that you do. Don't forget to subscribe, but of course, subscribe to my email list. Go on my website, alexandravillarroel.com, and subscribe to the email list. And that is it for today, and I will see you very soon.